Ropes of flaming bougainvillea with magenta petals twist down the crumbling outdoor steps that descend from the upper level, the main house, stopping right outside the back door, which leads out to a small patio. The house is perched on the side of a jagged slope. Beyond the patio, the hill is ribbed with terraced gardens, rows of bone-colored stone stained with mud-green splatters from the gurgling grotto above. When I take my latte out there in the morning, the tick-tock sound of the dripping water mixed with early morning birdsong makes me feel like I'm living in the French countryside, even with the faint buzz of helicopters constantly hovering over the canyons. From the window, I can glimpse the starburst of bougainvillea, the sloping gardens, and a triangle of blue California sky. Beneath it, the gray road threads through the hills, a thin, meandering creek. Because of the scant space inside the apartment, I didn't bring much with me out here, only what I could jam into the Nissan Leaf. My closet, kitchen stuff, my record collection, mostly made up of my grandmother's vintage jazz vinyl, my box of moleskin journals, a cliche, I know, and my plants, or at least a fraction of them. Lexi teased me a few months back just after the breakup. "I'm worried you're turning into the crazy plant lady," she said over FaceTime while I padded through my tiny apartment, the camera on my cell capturing the plants dangling from the ceiling, hugging the windowsills, lining the shelves. Her voice had that stretched sound to it, a thin timbre that it takes on when she's had a decent amount of wine. On the other end of the line, I rolled my eyes, sighed. Her words stung, but only because they were true. My heart was shattered, and I had tried mending it by filling my space with greens and more greens. "Okay, I'm sorry I said that, but you could take this chance to move out here finally, shake things up." I wasn't ready just yet. Not until several weeks later when she presented me with the new gig. Only then did I begin to warm to the idea. And a few days after that, she called me, voice brimming with cheer, letting me know she'd found this apartment, fully furnished with a bed, dresser, and small dining table. That was the tipping point, the hinge upon which my decision hung to take the plunge and move to LA. I saw it as a fresh start, a clean slate. On moving day, I dragged my larger furniture, including the bed Carter and I made love on, his breath ragged on my neck, my back arched in ecstasy, out to the curb and taped free signs on everything, including most of my plans. Now, I flatten the final box, take it outside, wedge it into the bloated recycling bin. I let out a pent-up sigh, releasing my tense shoulders. That's enough housework for today. Locking the back door, I decide to go for a stroll. Though I've only been here less than a week, it's already my favorite part of living in the Hollywood Hills. I head east, toward Griffith Park, zipping up my hoodie as a cool breeze rolls down the hill. Lexi has always groaned about June gloom, the phenomenon that makes it sometimes chilly and overcast here in the summer. But I'll take it any day after the torch of Austin, the sun baking the back of my neck on walks, the temps already boiling into the low hundreds even in early June. And I'll double take it after my scorched relationship. That last text from Carter, a dagger in my chest. "Don't ever contact me again, Cassidy." 2. The tops of my thighs singe as I push myself up a jagged hill. I'm in decent shape, thanks to my weekly yoga class in Austin and all the trails I used to hike. But half a mile into this walk, I'm winded. It will take my body a sec to get used to these steep hills. The road curves before it descends again, and as I round a knotted corner, I spy a hot guy. They are all hot in the Hollywood Hills, jogging toward me. Tall, sandy blonde.